This is the double-edged sword of feedback, or asking for feedback, is that if I ask someone for feedback, and this applies to a studio, it applies to when you're in animation school, it applies to anywhere. If you ask someone for feedback and they give you feedback and you apply it and it makes your shot worse, you as the animator should not go to that person and go, "You gave me bad advice, that's terrible, why did you do that?" They gave the advice based on what they knew at the time and what they thought the intent of the shot was. If it goes against your intent, or if it makes your shot worse, you as the animator, the one who is creating this shot, can choose not to follow the advice. It's just because you received advice doesn't mean you have to put it in unless the person is your director or supervisor. If it's just another animator or just someone else, you don't have to apply it. That's it. So if you choose to apply and go, "Hey, it's stuck like this now and it's all your fault," no, that does not fly in the animation industry. If you're at a studio, no one's going to accept that. As an animator, we need to learn, and this is a good skill to have, is learning what advice is going to help improve our shot, which one is not going to improve our shot, or which one's going to take away from our intent of the shot. And we should be, I guess you could say, we should be forthright enough to admit that if it didn't work, that's on us and we need to just try again. That's it. That's all it comes down to. So yeah, it's your choice to implement, not their fault for giving the advice. Exactly. You're the one who's choosing to implement it. If you don't want to, say it. Now, then just because we're on this topic, another key point here is if you choose to not implement their advice. Let's say I ask someone for advice. They'll give me a whole bunch of notes, and then I go, I don't really think that's the right idea for the shot. It's not gonna work. So I don't implement any of it. What I shouldn't do is then come back to that same person and go, "Hey, can you give me more advice?" And just like that. Because they'll look at the shot and go, "Wait, you didn't apply any of the things I already said. Why should I bother giving advice to you? Like, what do you want me to say? Do the same things I told you already." You need to give the context. You need to either go, "Okay, that's their opinion. I'm going to ask someone else because they have a different vision than what I have." Or if you do have to ask that person again, you come up and tell them, "Hey, I tried your advice. It didn't really work." And then you have to be specific. "I'm trying to go for this feeling instead. This is the goal that I'm going for." That gives them the context to go, "Oh, I get it. The feedback I gave you, it wasn't right. So let me give you some new feedback based on this new information." If you just go, "Here, look at my shot again," and nothing's being incorporated and that's it, you're just making a bad name for yourself. It's just not good. So be clear, be specific, and especially if you're asking the same person, be respectful of them and let them know why. That's the big thing. So just something to be very wary of. I see this happen a lot in even professional environments where people will just keep asking the same feedback over and over, but they never apply any of the previous feedback, and they never give a reason why they didn't apply the previous feedback. So it reaches a point where, especially like a director or something, or supervising animator, especially if it's supervising animator, will just go, "Just do it, and that's it. Don't come back to me." And that gives you a bad name if the supervising animator director has to tell you that. Of just like, do your job.